Around here, we revere fall as the real new year for women. It feels that way, doesn't it? It's a time when our routines reset, we slip into structure, and my next guest says it's the best time to recommit to your body and to your health. Studio 5 contributor Emily Nelson is stepping in as your personal coach, girlfriend, and motivator to help us recharge our workout routine and ride the September wave of momentum. I feel it. You feeling it?
Absolutely.
Why now?
Okay, so everyone thinks like that January is the new year of fitness. It's actually September. And the reason why is, honestly, summer is nuts. I know we all feel, I don't care what stage of life you're in, you're off your routine, you're traveling, you're here, you're there, things are crazy. Everybody feels this kind of like, when people go, even if you don't have kids in school, something about like everyone going back to school, people back to a regular work schedule.
It's in the air.
And this allows us, we are craving routine in our lives, and especially something that we can stick to.
Yeah.
So if we start now, also the sun is shining, it's beautiful, it's much more motivating than the middle of winter.
Yes.
So if we start now creating our habits and goals when we feel good and we feel motivated, then we just keep it going through January.
What I hear you say is just lean into that natural momentum. Like
Absolutely.
We have to fight for it in January
Absolutely.
when it is dark and cold. So let's just lean into the natural gift of the energy around us. You have 5 steps to recharge our workout, and the first one swirls around this word consistency.
Yeah, so the biggest thing now is to look at your schedule, like truly look at your schedule and find when works best for you to consistently get movement in. For some people, that's going to be the same time every single day. And if you have a lifestyle that works for that, that is the easiest thing, because you just know, I get up at this time, I go to the gym, or I get the kids off, or, you know, I have my morning routine and I go and work out. If that's the way you are. But some people, our schedules are all over the place, and we have to actually find time in our days to schedule it in.
So you're a reasonable gal, which we love you for that reasonability. At the same time, I find myself thinking, what are your true feelings about the woman out there who says, if I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't. Do we set ourselves up for failure if we aren't committing to more consistent behavior?
Yes, and I'm telling you that it's okay to be selfish. I've told so many women this. I think especially women feel selfish when they're like, I've got all these things I need to do. I need to be there for other people. I'm telling you, even if it's a half an hour, schedule it in your calendar, make it a priority. It will not happen if you do not make yourself a priority.
You say it's a great time to reevaluate your purpose. What do you mean by that?
So I think that sometimes it's great to have goals, and it's great to have, you know, I want to run this, or I want to, you know, have this aesthetic goal. I think it's better to have a purpose. Why do I want to move my body? How do I want it to make me feel? What am I wanting here? Longevity, movement, you know, like the more I move, the more I'll want to move. Think about your purpose of like, what do I want to come from this like regular physical activity? And when we find goals and reasons beyond just the way we look or hitting certain numbers, we're going to be much more motivated, and that's going to keep us going longer.
This has been such a huge shift and such a great gift that you've given us the last 5 years as our fitness contributor, is to look at that, the purpose.
Yeah.
The purpose behind moving our body and feeling healthy, and it goes way beyond what we see in the mirror. You've given us that.
Yeah, because when we don't, if we have these unrealistic goals or expectations and we don't hit them, then we go down that motivation, and we want to stay motivated.
We mentioned it. Let's take another beat and celebrate the glorious fall weather.
Yeah.
I mean, we want to be outside, so move your body while you're out.
This is the time to get outside.
You're jumping out of your chair.
I'm like, it's not too hot, it's not too cold. We have limited time of this in Utah. Use that motivation right now to get up. People that schedule like everyday walks or some sort of movement outside, it is truly healing. Whether you want to go by yourself, put on some headphones, tune everything out, use it to kind of like decompress, or if you want to go with someone, chit chat and get out. The benefits of not only like getting out and the vitamin D, the fresh air, but like the emotional and mental benefits of stepping outside and movement is truly life-changing.
And you know what? I know the earbuds are tempting, but I almost said I was out on a run. That's laughable. I was out on a lumber around my neighborhood, and I wasn't charged. And so it was just me and my thoughts. There's actually something beautiful about that too. At first I was a little shaky, like I'm just gonna be listening to my breath and the birds. It was actually really meditative and nice just to be with your own self.
Yeah, I'm not a regular like meditator. I'm not very good at it. I think it has something to do with my ADD brain or something.
Maybe that's it.
But I actually I consider, you know, movement meditation. So if I clear my mind, I go out, I walk, or I'm just doing something. For me, that's very meditative, to be alone with my own thoughts. So yeah, and it's safer. If you're going out on a walk, you should not have both your earbuds in. That's not safe.
Okay, see, safety first. We've talked often, and we hear often about the benefit of a workout buddy. I actually love that you're giving us a more finite criteria. Like, we love all of our friends, and we're grateful to anyone who's willing to walk with us, but find someone whose purpose or whose goals are aligned with yours.
Yeah, you've got to have kind of the same momentum and like goals and drive to get up and going. So find someone who the same time as you works, and also you kind of have the same type of movement love, you like to do the same things, and also your motivation matches. Because if you're trying to pull someone all the time, you need someone who matches you. Okay, we ready? Let's go.
Yeah.
And it really is like, I think really special friendships come out of, and it may be an unlikely person that you form this bond with from like, maybe you meet them at the gym and then you're like, oh, we should go walking. I love to do that. But you got to have someone who's kind of like-minded in their workout goals.
It is this little sacred pocket of time, and you do form this connection. My mom had several women I can think of. She was a big walker.
Yeah.
And she had several women over the years that deep friendships came out of this walking relationship. I think of Valine, I think of Jennifer. But she often said something funny. She said, I could judge if they'd be good walking partners with how fast they talked. Like if they talked as fast as I did, then I knew they'd walk as fast as I do too. There's something about that symmetry.
My husband and I are not good walking partners because, listen, he's like leisurely and I'm like, no, if we're out walking, we're walking. Just keep up. So you got to find someone who matches your pace.
All right, 30 seconds left. Final thought is that your routine does not have to be this all or nothing commitment.
Yeah, I remember at the beginning of this season, we talked, Mickey and I, about the Well Woman.
Yes.
Remember the Well Woman? It's still one of my favorite episodes.
Me too.
Go back and find it.
I love that.
That's what we want out of our movement is longevity and becoming a well-rounded woman in all that we do. And that's, you know, are we stretching? Are we meditating? Are we sleeping? Are we drinking? Are we doing what Mickey tells us to fuel our body? Don't think of this all or nothing mentality. Think about consistency every day and treating our body with kindness and having a purpose that is beyond these measurable goals. Go out there with a purpose that motivates you and comes from the heart.
Amen, sister. Thank you. I'm glad you mentioned that conversation, the Well Woman. We'll relink it on our website. A good time to revisit that mantra as well. We love you. Thank you so much.